Welcome boys. Today we are going to take the next article, that is energy stored in a capacitor of capacitance C. Now if we consider a capacitor connected with a cell along with a battery of potential difference V, then positive charge lies on this plate and negative charge lies on this plate. Suppose plus Q is initial charge on this plate and minus Q is initial charge on this plate, or we can say that is it is the charge given to the capacitor when a potential difference V is applied across it, its ends with a cell and a key is connected in between that to connect or disconnect the circuit. Now when this charging starts, then initially charge starts from its zero value. Initially when capacitor is uncharged, then it means that the initial charge on the capacitor is 0, and when it is fully charged, then the charge on the capacitor plates becomes to Q. During the process of charging, the negative charge is continuously transferred from negative plate to positive plate inside the plates of the capacitor, and the current that exists in the wires, that is connecting wires, is up to the extent when there is charging in the capacitor. As soon as the charging becomes complete, means capacitor is fully saturated with the charge, after that no current flows in the circuit. Now we consider an intermediate situation when the potential difference PD across the plates is V dash. Let us consider an intermediate situation when potential difference between the plates of the capacitor during the process of charging is V dash. क्योंकि यहाँ V है applied, इस पर initial 0 था, तो 0 से suddenly V नहीं पहुँच जाएगा, it will take some finite time. That is called the time for charging of the capacitor. हमने initial कोई पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस ले लिया कि वो एग्जिस्ट कर रहा होगा in between the plates of the capacitor when there is a process of charging. Now, if at this potential difference charge transferred is dq dash, small charge that has been transferred from negative place to positive plate during the process of charging, because electrons move in this direction and positive charge move in this direction. The direction of motion of positive charge is called the direction of current. Now the small work done during this process is dW, which can be written as V dash dq dash. यानी इस पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस के अगेंस्ट में इस चार्ज को मूव किया गया. द वर्क डन ड्यूरिंग दिस प्रोसेस इज V dash is equal to dq dash. Now this V dash can be written as dW is equal to Q dash by C. Means when the potential difference was V dash, charge on the plates of the capacitor was Q dash, and against this charge Q dash a small charge dq dash was transferred. So we can write this is dq dash. Now we can integrate this, that is W is equal to 0 to W dW is equal to q dash upon c dq dash, and limit of the charge is 0 to capital Q. Because charge is increasing from 0 to maximum value q. Now integrating, we can get W is equal to 1 by 2 q dash square upon 2 limit 0 to q. Now we can say that this work is 1 by 2 q square by, this is c, sorry, this is c, q square by c, and when we put lower limit it becomes 0, that is W is equal to q square by 2c. This is the work done, or this is the electrical work done during the process of charging when the capacitor is charged from 0 to capital Q, where C is capacitance of the capacitor and its value is constant. Now we can replace this expression by using the basic equation of the capacitor. Let this equation is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Now equation 4 can be written as so this work is stored in the form of potential energy, or we can say this becomes k square by 2c. This is expression 5, and we can replace this expression q is equal to cv whole square by 2c, or you can say this is 1 by 2 c v square, this is expression 5, and you can replace this c again, that is u is equal to q square by 2, and c can be replaced as q by v. This v goes into the numerator and 1 q cancels out, this u becomes 1 by 2 qv. This is expression 7. So 5, 6 and 7 are the three expressions used for finding the potential and electrical potential energy stored inside the plates of the capacitor. Now we come to the point that if there are several capacitors of different capacities and they are connected in either parallel or in series, then what is the total energy of the combination? Total energy of the combination is directly the addition of potential energies of individual capacitors in each case. कहने का मतलब यह है कि अगर किसी सर्किट में कई सारे कैपेसिटर सीरीज में हैं, उनके अक्रॉस जो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी है उसका सम किसके इक्वल होगा? टोटल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी ऑफ द सर्किट और वर्क डन बाय द सेल. मीन्स टोटल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इज equal to the potential energy of the individual capacitors when the summation is done. Now we should take that article, that energy in series combination. Energy in series combination energy of series combination of capacitors. Energy in series combination of capacitors. We know that in series combination of capacitors we write 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus up to 1 by C. And in series charge on each capacitor is constant, which is equal to charge supplied by cell. अगर इस एक्सप्रेशन, लेट दिस एक्सप्रेशन इज 1, अगर इस एक्सप्रेशन को q square by 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दें इन द न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर, or sorry, on the left hand side and right hand side, then we can write q square by 2c is equal to q square by 2c1 plus q square by 2c2 plus up to q square by 2cn. And we know that this is total energy because C refers to what? Total capacitance of the circuit. C1 and C1, C2 and Cn are individual capacitors. This charge supplied by the cell is Q and the same charge exists on all the capacitors. So we can say U is equal to U1 plus U2 plus up to Un. Means total potential energy is equal to sum of electrical potential energy or electrical energy stored in individual capacitors. तो direct addition हो गया सबको. Now come to parallel combination. Come to parallel combination, and in parallel combination we know that total capacitance of the circuit is equal to the sum of capacitors, sum of capacities of capacitances connected in series, or C is equal to C1, C2 plus up to Cn. This is equation 1. And we know that in parallel combination, PD remains constant, PD constant in parallel, which is equal to PD of cell. Now it is clear? Potential difference is constant across each capacitor in parallel combination, which is equal to the potential difference of the cell. Now if we multiply V square by 2, V square by 2 in numerator, left hand side and right hand side, then we can write 1 by 2 CV square is equal to 1 by 2 C1V square plus 1 by 2 C2V square plus up to 1 by 2 CNV square. Let this is equation 2. And we can write now U is equal to U1 plus U2 plus up to Un. That is total electrical potential energy of the system of capacitors is equal to sum of energies of individual capacitors. तो जो टोटल होगी एनर्जी वो किसके इक्वल होगी? सारे कैपेसिटर के अक्रॉस जो एनर्जीज होगी उसका डायरेक्ट सम, वो हमने निकाला. Now, next article is redistribution of the charge. That is, if there are two conductors of capacities C1 and C2 and they are charged to potential difference V, and finally they are connected with a wire, conducting wire, then how the charges redistribute themselves on two different conductors. So this is the name of the article, that is redistribution of the charges. Now let us take that article. If there are two conductors A and B, capacity is C1, it is charged to potential difference V1, its capacity is C2, it is charged to potential difference V2. अब इस पर चार्ज क्या हो गया? Q is equal to Q1 is equal to C1 V1. Charge on A is equal to Q1 is equal to C1 V1. Similarly, charge on B is equal to Q2 is equal to C2 V2. अब इन दोनों कंडक्टर्स को आप ये कह रहे होंगे कि सर कैपेसिटर बता रहे थे फिर कंडक्टर कहने लगे। तो कोई भी कंडक्टर चार्ज एक्युमुलेट कर सकता है। ये जरूरी नहीं है कि कैपेसिटर हमेशा पैरेलल प्लेट के फॉर्म में ही होगा। एनी कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ द टू प्लेट्स और एनी कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ द कंडक्टर्स कैन फॉर्म ए कैपेसिटर। इसकी कैपेसिटी चार्ज Q1 स्टोर कर दें। लेट दिस इज 1 एंड दिस इज 2। नाउ इफ दे आर कनेक्टेड विद अ वायर, दिस इज वायर। अब जब वायर कनेक्ट होगा तो डेफिनेटली ये V1 पोटेंशियल है, ये V2 पोटेंशियल है। इन दोनों पोटेंशियल्स में से कोई एक पोटेंशियल ज्यादा होगा और कोई एक पोटेंशियल कम होगा। अभी हमको नहीं पता है कौन सा ज्यादा कौन सा कम। तो जो ज्यादा पोटेंशियल होगा वहां से चार्ज फ्लो करेगा लोअर पोटेंशियल पर, क्योंकि हमने क्लास 10th में पढ़ा है कि चार्ज ऑलवेज फ्लोज फ्रॉम हायर पोटेंशियल टू लोअर पोटेंशियल। यानी जब पोटेंशियल हाई होगा जिस रीजन में, वहां से चार्ज फ्लो करेगा लोअर पोटेंशियल की तरफ। सो चार्ज ऑलवेज फ्लोज फ्रॉम हायर पोटेंशियल रीजन टू लोअर पोटेंशियल रीजन। कब तक फ्लो करेगा? जब तक कि दोनों एक ही पोटेंशियल पे ना आ जाए, यानी दोनों पर चार्ज सेम हो जाएगा। सो वी विल फाइंड नाउ आफ्टर redistribution of the charges, after redistribution of the charges, क्या हो जाएगा? PD is equal to V, कॉमन पोटेंशियल। इन दोनों का पोटेंशियल सेम हो जाएगा और दोनों का पोटेंशियल V हो जाएगा। यानी जिसका पोटेंशियल कम होगा उसका बढ़ेगा और जिसका ज्यादा होगा उसका कम होगा पोटेंशियल। एंड दिस हैपेंस ड्यू टू द फ्लो ऑफ चार्ज। चार्ज के फ्लो होने की वजह से पोटेंशियल कम और ज्यादा होता है। अभी इनका मान लीजिए Q1 ज्यादा है Q2 से, तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इन दोनों का प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा है इन दोनों के प्रोडक्ट से। ठीक। अब फॉर कॉमन पोटेंशियल we know that common potential is equal to Q, basic expression CV, यानी कॉमन पोटेंशियल में क्या हो जाएगा? टोटल चार्ज कांस्टेंट रहेगा। टोटल चार्ज कांस्टेंट होगा। अब टोटल चार्ज जब कांस्टेंट होगा, दोनों पैरेलल कॉम्बिनेशन में है, दोनों एक ही तरह के पोटेंशियल पे हैं, पॉजिटिव। तो हम कर सकते हैं that is C1 plus C2, यानी कैपेसिटेंस into V is equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2। or we can say V is equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2। This is expression 3। This is the formula for the common potential which would be there on two conductors A and B after the redistribution of the charges, after the movement of the charges from higher potential to lower potential. So this is the basic common potential of the two conductors, and we know that if any of the conductors A and B is uncharged, that is charge on that capacitor is 0, then now so this is the common potential. Now if you want to find out the charges at the time of common potential, means what are the charges appearing on the capacitors or conductors when the common potential is achieved. Now you know that common potential is V. Let the charge on A is Q1 dash and on B is Q2 dash. So Q1 dash can be written as, that is C1V, this is 4, and Q2 dash can be written as C2V, this is 5. Now if we divide these two expressions, Q1 dash upon Q2 dash is equal to C1 upon C2, this is expression 6. Now what does this indicate? That is final charge, the ratio of final charges appearing on two conductors is equal to ratio of capacities of the two conductors. यानी जो पहले पे आएगा, यानी 1 पे A पे जो आएगा वो प्रोपोर्शनल होगा उसके कैपेसिटेंस के, और जो B पे आएगा वो प्रोपोर्शनल होगा उसके कैपेसिटेंस के। अब नेक्स्ट हम निकालेंगे कितना चार्ज ट्रांसफर हुआ। What is the quantity of charge transferred? Quantity of charge transferred, because this is not given in books, quantity of charge transferred, that is Q1 minus Q1 dash, Q1 minus Q1 dash, क्योंकि Q1 A पर इनिशियल चार्ज था और Q1 डैश एट द टाइम ऑफ कॉमन पोटेंशियल था, तो इनका जो मैग्नीट्यूड होगा वी विल टेक मॉडुलस ऑफ दिस चार्ज, इसमें से जितना अमाउंट गया उतना हम लिख सकते हैं Q1 C1 V1 माइनस Q1 डैश इज व्हाट C1 into common potential V, or you can say C1 V1 minus C1. Then you can place the value of common potential V, C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2. So this much charge is transferred from body A to body B, क्योंकि इनिशियल चार्ज क्या था Q1 था और फाइनल चार्ज कॉमन पोटेंशियल टाइम पे चार्ज Q1 डैश हमने लिया, और जितना चार्ज A से जाएगा उतना ही चार्ज B पे रिसीव होगा। क्लियर? जितना A से निकला चार्ज उतना ही B से रिसीव होगा। अब सेकंड चीज आती है व्हाट इज डिफरेंस इन द टू कॉम्बिनेशन, यानी कि एनर्जी पॉइंट से जो इनिशियल एनर्जी थी इस सिस्टम की और जो फाइनल एनर्जी हुई आफ्टर कनेक्टिंग द वायर, what is the difference in those two energies? Now we say that there is always loss of energy during redistribution of the charges. There is always loss of energy during the redistribution of the charges, and that energy goes in the connecting wires in the form of Joule's heat. भाई चार्ज मूव करेगा तो करंट फ्लो होगी, करंट फ्लो होगी उसका फाइनाइट रेजिस्टेंस होगा, तो I स्क्वायर RT से एक हीट लॉस होगी। तो जितनी हीट लॉस होती है, जितनी एनर्जी का लॉस होता है, जितना की एनर्जी डिफरेंस होता है, दैट एनर्जी गोज टू द कनेक्टिंग वायर्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ Joule's heat. Now let us find the energies in two cases. So there is an important class, that is there is always loss of energy in connecting wires during the redistribution of the charge, that is loss of energy. Loss of energy निकालने के लिए क्या हो जाएगा? Let initial energy is equal to Ui and final energy is equal to UF. Loss of energy is equal to Ui minus UF. अब आप एक क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं कि सर आपने इनिशियल से फाइनल क्यों किया? क्योंकि हम जानते हैं कि ड्यूरिंग द फ्लो ऑफ चार्ज फ्रॉम ए कंडक्टर देयर इज ऑलवेज लॉस ऑफ एनर्जी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ जूल्स एनर्जी। तो जो इनिशियल एनर्जी होगी वो हमेशा ज़्यादा होगी इन कंपैरिजन टू द फाइनल एनर्जी। अब अगर हम इनिशियल एनर्जी निकालें यू आई क्या हो जाएगा 1/2 C1V1 स्क्वायर प्लस 1/2 C2V2 स्क्वायर, क्योंकि इनिशियल इसका पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस V1 है, इसका पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस V2 है, इसकी कैपेसिटी C1 है, इसकी कैपेसिटी C2 है। टोटल एनर्जी के लिए यानी टोटल इनिशियल एनर्जी के लिए दोनों कंडक्टर्स की एनर्जी हमने ऐड कर दी। दिस इज 5। नाउ व्हाट इज फाइनल UF फाइनल एनर्जी 1/2। अब टोटल कैपेसिटेंस कितना हो गया C1 प्लस C2। पोटेंशियल क्या हुआ कॉमन पोटेंशियल V स्क्वायर। दिस इज एक्सप्रेशन 6। इसको हम फर्दर करते हैं UF इज इक्वल टू 1/2 C1 प्लस C2 कॉमन पोटेंशियल C1V1 प्लस C2V2 अपॉन C1 प्लस C2 होल स्क्वायर। दिस इज एक्सप्रेशन 7। नाउ we can solve mathematically this total square, so this is V square, this is not on this, that is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2 is common potential का स्क्वायर किया है। अब इसमें डिफरेंस हम निकाल लेते हैं, that is delta U is equal to UI minus UF, which is equal to 1/2 C1 V1 square plus 1/2 C2 V2 square. This is for UI minus UF 1/2 C1 plus C2 in bracket C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2 this whole square. Now first of all you will make the square of this quantity, take the LCM, then you will solve mathematically. This is pure mathematics and you can solve this and you can get this result, and this result comes out to be equal to 1/2 C1 C2 V1 minus V2 whole square upon C1 plus C2. ओके अब देखिए जो हमने लिया डेल्टा यू क्या है, हमने इनिशियल से फाइनल को सेपरेट किया और ये पॉजिटिव ही आएगा। क्यों पॉजिटिव आएगा वो देखिए, C1 is a positive quantity, C2 is a positive quantity, then definitely C1 plus C2 is a positive quantity, V1 minus V2। अब यहां पर चाहे V1 बड़ा है V2 से या V2 बड़ा है V1 से, स्क्वायर करने के बाद ये भी एक पॉजिटिव फाइनाइट क्वांटिटी आएगी, और जब ये पॉजिटिव आएगी तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि हमारी इनिशियल एनर्जी ज्यादा थी और फाइनल एनर्जी कम थी। ओके अगर आप फाइनल से इनिशियल को सेपरेट करते तो उस कंडीशन में यहां नेगेटिव साइन आता। नेगेटिव साइन ये इंडिकेट करता कि हमारी फाइनल एनर्जी कम है, इनिशियल एनर्जी ज्यादा है, दैट इज देयर इज ऑलवेज लॉस ऑफ एनर्जी। और इतने अमाउंट की एनर्जी फिर जाती कहां? जो हमने कनेक्टिव वायर्स जोड़ रखे हैं सेल से और कैपेसिटर को, ड्यूरिंग द प्रोसेस ऑफ चार्जिंग ए करंट फ्लोज थ्रू देम एंड आफ्टर द फ्लो ऑफ करंट फॉर ए फाइनाइट टाइम, यानी चार्जिंग में कुछ टाइम लगता है, उतने टाइम तक करंट फ्लो हो रही है कंडक्टर में, देन बाय द फार्मूला H is equal to I square RT, heat is generated in those connecting wires, and when heat is generated in those connecting wires, the amount of heat generated is equal to the loss of energy during the process of redistribution of the charges. यानी रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में जितनी एनर्जी लॉस हुई वो सारी की सारी एनर्जी किसमें डेसिपेट हुई? इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट. सो कभी कभी ये पूछा जाता है, इट इज इन अकॉर्डेंस विद द लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी? यस, इट इज in accordance with the law of conservation of energy, that is total inertial energy equal to total fine energy stored on the conductors plus the energy dissipated in the form of heat in connecting wires. यानी टोटल इनिशियल एनर्जी किसके बराबर है? एक तो जो एनर्जी स्टोर हुई दोनों कंडक्टर्स पर और जो कनेक्टिंग वायर्स में हीट का लॉस हुआ, दोनों को सम किया जाए तो इट इज इक्वल टू द इनिशियल एनर्जी and it is in accordance with the law of conservation of energy. Now we are just, this is the last article what we are taking in this lecture, but for next schedule or next module we will be taking the dielectric. But as far as it is concerned, this derivation is very important for competitive point of view, that is charging and discharging of the capacitors and sharing of the charges during the process of connection of the two conductors or capacitors up to when they are made to common potential V. Now please practice the derivations once, twice and thrice. Please see the lectures repeatedly. It is not important to write on a copy, but it is very important to learn these derivations, the concept behind these derivations. If you find any difficulty, then you can ask your question on WhatsApp. Thanks and have a good day.